you satisfied with that outcome and our performance?
Yeah, certainly satisfied with both. We grew into the game. We tried to make a little bit of adjustment to our defensive shape at half time because, example of us not being quite in sync in the right positions led to us being a bit deep for their goal. Then I thought it was a good response from the players, and we adjusted well second half. Wide men were a little bit higher, and we were able to engage their outside centre halves and across the halfway line. And then the far wide man flattened out the opposite side. So, yeah, I thought we nullified their threats thereafter. And we were a bit better on the ball second half and built play up with good composure.
Yeah, just on that first half performance, we had to surrender a lot of the ball, had a few shots come our way, albeit no real big chances, but then scored a goal of real high quality. What did you make of that first sort of few first half until we took the lead?
Yeah, I agree. It was they've got some good players and playing between the lines, and at times your back four can then be concerned about that and dropping a little bit too narrow, and then they had the wing backs high and wide, so it dragged our wingers back. We just needed to be a bit more bold with it, and I think we're getting better and better in recent weeks, and it helps by being consistent, with our messages and tactical information we're getting across to the players. As you can see with the improvement second half, and then it was better, and then there was a bit more indecision in their build-up play, and they didn't have too big a distance to on the ball in order to be comfortable on the ball, and you could see that they gave the ball away a little bit more second half across the back, and when they went into that middle third. But yeah, it was a really good goal though from our perspective. I thought we broke it up well, intercepted, and Foles' ball in was probably one of the best deliveries from out wide in today's fixtures, I would have thought, and a really good finish for Matty, so yeah, it's good for him too.
Was there a bit of frustration after that we couldn't carry that lead into half time, only ahead for just 5 minutes after having to surrender the ball a little bit in the first half? It would have been great to go into half time with a lead and something to protect in the second half.
It was a little bit frustrating just because it was quite busy here today and quite loud, and it's difficult to convey all the messages loud and clear at times, and we knew that we ended up being a back six at times, and we didn't want that. And as I've already alluded to with the shape, and we just thought if we could get to half time, we'll be able to show them a couple of examples off Stu's laptop and start in a bit better position. But it wasn't to be, but we still came in 1-1, saying, look, every reason to be optimistic about the second half. We can just make a slight alteration and improvement and keep believing. I think it's a good team here.
Yeah, you mentioned it being a good team. I mentioned before the game that we don't want to be the team that are the one who they can turn their season around, because there's clearly some good players within their ranks, and they're not going to be in the bottom two for the whole season, you wouldn't imagine. So to come away here with a point still must be plenty of positives to take.
Yeah, of course. We said that don't not value a point. We certainly don't want to lose it, but you don't want to be emphasising a negative at all. That I did smell blood later on. I thought there were opportunities to really go for the throats, and we knew that their crowd would become a little bit fractious and anxious if they weren't in the lead, and perhaps if we could have stretched that time by being in the lead a little bit more, we might have had more gaps to go into. But they're a good team, and I think at this level you do have to value away points, and hopefully it gives us more confidence to go again at another home game on Tuesday.
Today's result means we're unbeaten in 3 games, only 1 goal conceded in that time, 2 of the games coming away from home. We're starting to see some of that consistency that we're so keen to bring into.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I think it's a lot steadier, conceding 1 in 3, and we're building something. It's a tight league. There's only a few points between us and 8th, so we just have to be steady with everything and steady with the messages, not rip it up. It's nice to be able to name an unchanged team. We haven't been able to do that for many games of the season with injuries, but the more consistent we can be, the better for the players, and it's steadier processes. But yeah, we go back quite a long track now, windy roads, but very satisfied with the performance and the result.
you.
Thank you.